Alright, so many of you guys know my little sisters, they don't live with me at the moment. We don't live near each other. More for the fact that my biological parent, lady Naima Turner, she did kidnap the children, besides what she claims to say to the world. And at this point, I usually don't say anything. I was always the child who didn't, address her BS, I guess. But I'm really over it. You know what I'm saying? It's like only so much someone can deal with, to be honest. And I know my sister Walela, she refuses to do what I believe is right and address Naima's BS as well. And that's completely fine. I can do it alone. I do not speak with most of the family on that side for the simple fact that they're all full of crap as well. And no, I don't have any hate in my heart towards them. I just don't care about them. I don't care about nothing they have going on with anything that they got going on. I don't care. They don't need to call me. They don't need to text me. I don't care about none of their life problems and stuff like that. I don't care. Okay? I'm at peace and knowing that I don't have any hate, but there's a certain level of just BS that I just won't tolerate, I guess. So, like I said, I haven't spoken on the subject since all the events have unfolded, and that's fine. I think that's why most of the time stuff happens to kids, and they grow up feeling some type of way towards family members because stuff is always trying to be hidden within the family. Like, families always trying to hide the BS that goes on and create a lie to the rest of the world about stuff that's going on, and it's really ridiculous. And it's like, if I'm supposed to be honest with myself, then I need to be honest about the stuff that's happening in my life. So first, I would like to speak on my little sister's getting taken. A lot of you may not know, because of course Naima Turner likes to make some things look sweet, but I have witnessed firsthand her BS, okay, because I lived with her. So with my little sisters being taken, they were taken, I think, in August, this last year, August, they were taken. I remember the whole event of that morning. I remember my sister Imani came to me and was like, "Destiny, we're going to the store. Do you want anything when we come back?" And when my sister was supposed to come back from the store with Naima Turner, we were supposed to go out with my dad somewhere. So me and my sister Walela was visiting her boyfriend at the time, Keem. He was there as well. He was there and he witnessed what had happened with my sisters. We were waiting for them to come back, and we heard the door knock, and so I opened the door, and there's Naima Turner standing there, and I see outside all these movers and stuff, and I'm like, "Where's Imani and Anissa?" My dad was at work at the time, and so I'm the one who opened the door. I'm like, "Where's Imani and Anissa?" And at this point, I was not speaking with Naima Turner because a few weeks earlier she was being very abusive. I caught her hitting on my dad, and then she was being verbally abusive to me, which is nothing new. She's been doing this since forever. Since we first moved to Michigan, she was physically and verbally abusive. Like, this is nothing new. But so I really wasn't speaking with her because, like, most kids, when something traumatic, I guess, happens, they either don't say anything or they become rebellious, or I just chose to not say anything because I don't like violence. I don't like, that type of conflict. And I knew nothing was going to change because previous years, me and my sister have reached out to family members, and all they did was speak dirt on our name, try to run our character through the dirt like we were some bad kids because Naima Turner was abusive. They didn't want to, admit it, which is fine. You do you, okay? But yes, as I said, we opened the door, and I'm like, "Where's Imani and Anissa?" And they weren't there. So I see the movers just come in, start taking stuff, and I kid you not, I know good and well that if I wasn't there, she would have taken all my belongings, which is also theft. And she did steal some of my belongings too. And I remember when the police came, or she had the police come because she tried to say that she was fearful for her life, even though she's the abusive. She's the abuser. For the fact that I know, because she abused me and I've seen her abuse my father multiple times. I don't care what she says. I've seen her abuse it, and even my little sisters have seen it. So yeah. But anyways, she came. The kids were gone. And I'm like, where's my little sisters? And she's like, they're with your grandmother. So that's why I don't speak with her, because she was a part of letting my sisters get taken as well. So she's full of crap. But don't hit me up either. Okay? Like I said, I don't have any hate. It's just a certain level of BS that, like, you're either going to stand by it or you're just going to disconnect yourself away from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. Family or not. Disrespect and being able to hurt other family members is wrong. I don't care who you are. And that's how I'm always going to be. A bully is a bully. It doesn't matter if you're family or not. And the fact that the rest of the family allowed that to go on, I don't trust you guys. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, like I said, my sisters weren't there. Walela was here. Walela, her boyfriend Keem at the time, and Zamora was here. And we're all wondering where my little sisters are. She said, it's funny too, because she lied to the police, guys. She lied to the police. But anyway, we're trying to figure out where they are. I called my dad because they started moving stuff out of the house, and stuff that wasn't hers. She was just taking everything. So she really should go to jail for the fact that she stole stuff, like property that wasn't hers. She was taking outside of the house. So I'm looking around and I see like these security people with her, and I'm pissed off because I don't see my little sisters. And like I said, I wasn't talking to her at the moment because she's abusive, and me living with that, like, that's the whole reason why I didn't want to move to Maryland in the first place, because she was here. Before they were here and I was in Maryland, Michigan, I was so fine with me not being around the family. It's not like I didn't love my family, it's just I didn't want to be around her BS. And at that moment, I feel like, my dad, he didn't really see how crazy she was. Like, he knew, but it's just like he wasn't around that much to really know what was going on, I feel like. Because when we were in Edmore, and I attended GLA, Great Lakes Adventist Academy, that she was very abusive then. Like, you can even ask my teachers back then. I was depressed, I was sad, like, it was crazy. BS, okay? So, back to, I get off track. When there's so much, you get off track. So I called my dad and I was telling him that they were moving stuff out of the house, and I do feel as though my sister, Walela, did know kind of what was going on, because I feel like she acted alarmed about the situation and then was all buddy-buddy with her. Like, if you really were like the rest of us, the rest of my siblings, Ebony, Jasmine, and my dad and me, and you really didn't know what was going on, I feel like you would have been more upset about the situation because you didn't really know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so, it started to get into late night. Like, it was around 3 that she had came, and she had the movers move all the stuff out the house, and I saw them coming in my room taking stuff that I bought, and stuff that my dad bought me, and she's telling them, oh, it's hers. And because she's an adult, or the older adult, because I'm an adult too, because she's an older adult, the movers were listening to her and were tending to believe that what she was saying was correct. And I was like, well, I bought this stuff. They're like, well, we don't have receipt. And she claimed she had receipts. There's no way you have receipts for the shit that I bought, because I don't take receipts. You know what I'm saying? Like, most kids don't keep receipts after they buy stuff. Most young adults don't keep receipts unless they're planning on returning it. I'm not planning on returning half the stuff I bought in my room. So what are you saying? So anyways, they came and they were moving stuff, and I'm getting pissed off because they're taking all my stuff. And they took my bed, even though she didn't buy it. They took my bed. They took everything out of this room. Everything. There was nothing in here. And they were going to take my clothes, but I was like, I told the movers, I said, if you touch my clothes, I'm going to call the police, because you did not buy none of these items. I did. So, and my dad. So there's no way I'm going to let you take all my stuff out of my room. So they were like, okay. They were like, okay, ma'am, we're sorry. And they knew, I feel like the movers also knew there was some BS going on, because they were confused. You know what I'm saying? So she took everything, and I'm still wondering where my little sisters are. And I know from past experiences, this was, I believe, 2018, when me and my sister left Edmore, and we left when she was taking a nap in her room because she was abusing me. And my sister was like, Destiny, this is our time to go. My little sisters were at school, so it's not like we could have taken them with us. And one of our friends from Edmore, Spencer, he came, picked us up, and drove us to Grand Rapids, to my sister's baby daddy's family's house. So we ended up living with them, because she was abusing me. And like I said, I'm the kind of person that I'm not, combative, and I don't fight people unless I see someone bullying somebody. Oh, I'll fight you for that. But like when it was me and Naima Turner, it's just like, I don't know. I just didn't have enough in me to want to fight her, I guess. And I still have respect for her. Like, even when she was abusing me, I never cussed at her. I never called her out of her name. And I kid you not, Layla does it all the time. Layla cusses at her all the time, because Layla has a different way of coping with her BS. But I didn't say anything crazy to her because I still feel like that was my parent. The idea of most of the time, black people instill in kids, like, it doesn't matter what adults do to you. You know what I'm saying? They're still your elders, so you need to respect them. They could be abusive. And black people, is more, I feel like it's more the black community that believes that it doesn't matter what happens to the younger children or younger adults, that we still need to respect those and bend our backs and break our backs and fucking kiss ass, basically, to adults. Because they're older, they're our elders, which is BS. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole different topic. Anyways, yeah, so the first time I left was, I believe, 2018. I'm trying to think. Was it 2018, 2017? Around then, because I wasn't in GLA anymore. And so I left, and yeah, like I said, we lived with Sam's family, and that was a whole issue there. CPS has gotten involved more than one occasion, even when we were in Edmore, because like I said, even church people know, like, this is not just something that it was just me and my sister kept to ourselves. Like, we didn't tell everyone because it was like we have told people and it didn't change anything. But it was more of the fact that, like, church people knew that we were there. We didn't have stuff at the house. Like, if it wasn't for my dad, we would have starved, because Naima Turner constantly left the house in Edmore. And like everyone knows who lives in Edmore, Grand Rapids is at least an hour away. And she worked in Grand Rapids at the hospital, one of the hospitals in Grand Rapids, and Spectrum Health. She worked at Spectrum Health. And she had a boyfriend there, so she will always leave us in Edmore with no car, no money, no nothing, no food, no nothing. And we would call the church people, Miss Rogers and them. They helped us a lot. We had books, as you would say, at I don't even remember what that store was, where we get all the vegan food from in Edmore. I don't even remember. But they helped us and gave us food when she wasn't there, because she didn't feed us right. And it's crazy because I know that she loves to use God as her go-to for everything. Like, her favorite thing is, as God is my witness, And it's sad that she even think to put God into her crap. Like, how can you even do that? Like, I know when I'm doing something wrong, I'm not going to justify my wrongdoings with God. Do you know how blasphemous and disrespectful that is? Like, when I know I'm doing something wrong, I'm not going to say, well, if God did it, like, that's just so messed up. And for someone who grew up in the church and someone who been around, Christianity and grew up learning about God, it's like, dang, she always used that too. So us as little kids, we always believed everything she said because she was incorporated with God. And we were like, well, she's not going to lie on God. Like, in our little minds, we're like, there's no way our mother is going to lie about God when she's a Christian. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to what I'm saying. So like I said, we were in Edmore. Some bullshit in Edmore. And then this is the only reason I'm saying this is for the simple fact of my little sisters, because I'm past all that BS. Like, all the stuff that happened with her being abusive, I don't care. Like, I know you guys think, oh my goodness, you're probably damaged. No. I've come to a piece of my own where I'm just like, you know what? The fact that I was there for my little sisters is enough for me. Like, I don't need to go on about the stuff that she was trying to put me and Layla through, because I had Layla. You know what I'm saying? And because we were so young, we learned how to take care of ourselves when we were 9 and 10. Like, we took care of my little sisters back then because Naima Turner was in nursing school, and she acted like she couldn't do shit back then either, okay? So we've been doing this, taking care of ourselves and being there for our little siblings for a long time. So yeah, why are you trying to call me? So anyways, back to what I was saying, my dad tried to call me. the reason I'm saying anything about the situation is because it's like at certain, like I said, at certain points, someone needs to take account for their lies. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, and I think that was my thing. It was like I felt so bad for her that allowed her to do the stuff that she did. It was like I kept telling myself, trying to put myself in her shoes, like maybe she's going through it, maybe she's struggling, you know, because I didn't want to believe that my own biological mother could be so freaking manipulative, abusive, and possibly bipolar, and just like it just, you don't want to believe no child, you know what I'm saying, if that's who they've been with, and especially been with all their life, especially when she's told you things about your father to make you hate your father. Is like, who, you don't want the only parent that you supposedly have supporting you to be someone that's like that, painted as this horrible image, you know what I'm saying? So you try to work around the BS and try to make excuses for them. And so, like, over time, you just don't care, or you just become numb to the BS. So even when, like, when I'm explaining it to other people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's crazy that all this stuff happened to you. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I dealt with it for so long. It's like, it became normal. Like, bro, that's nothing. Like, what do you, like, that's not, it doesn't alarm me, I guess, when it's happening to in your own life. When it happens to someone else, if I heard something like this happen to one of my friends, I would be so shook and like, oh my goodness, like, you know, try to be there for them. But because it's me, it's like, you know, I lived with it, I'm still alive. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? But no, it's more the fact, I'm saying this because my little sisters, like, I know the first time, like I said, when we first left and came to Grand Rapids, when we first left and came to Grand Rapids, she told my little sisters that we didn't love them anymore, we hated them, that's why they left. Like, they didn't want to speak to us for a while. Imani and Nisa did not want to speak to us, me and Layla, for a good minute. And I think that's what pissed me off the most, is because it was like, you know, they're more gullible, I guess, than me and my sister was, because she hid more of the stuff she did. Like, she wasn't as abusive when they were older. Like, when me and my sister were younger, when me and Layla were younger, she was worse. No, she wasn't worse. She hid it, she didn't hide it as much. And then when Imani and Nisa got older, she hid it as much. She hid it better, I guess. So it pissed me off, you know, of course, that she was telling my little sisters, and even my ex, Bailey Ailing, okay? He witnessed her BS, because he lived with us, and freaking, in Grand Rapids. He lived with me, and Naima Turner, and Layla, and he saw her acting crazy. And he couldn't even deal with it. Like, he saw her abuse to me, and he cussed my dad out, and I applaud him for that, because back then my dad really didn't understand everything, you know what I'm saying? But he cussed my dad out and was like, you know, like, Naima Turner abuses Destiny, and you guys, nobody does anything about it. And Layla wasn't there. Like, Layla was barely at the house, and she never really did as much to Layla as she did to me, to be honest. Like, she favors Layla. I don't know why. Even though Layla cusses her out more than anybody else. Layla has called her all types of B's and cussed her out like she was a child. I guess she's scared of Layla, because Layla actually said something to her. And me, on the other hand, I never said anything. Like, all the dumb stuff that she did, I didn't say anything in regards to any of the subjects. Any of the situations, I never said anything, never really talked to people about it, nothing. But Layla had no problem saying something, so that's why she's more afraid of Layla, because she knows Layla doesn't care. Layla will cuss you out like never before. And I do applaud Layla for that, because if it wasn't for Layla, we would have never got the situation. Layla saw her. That's how that whole situation happened. When we broke free from that, was because she was abusing me. She pulled my earrings out of my ear. She spit in my face, all because I didn't clean her room. That's how she's crazy, bro. Like, and I'm laughing about it because I'm like, dang, like, that is crazy. But it happens to people it happens to kids all the time, even though that's not a good thing. But like, it's not like I'm the only person this has happened to. But yeah, like, she's been like that, and I don't think that she would be, I don't know, I want to say she's not gonna be as abusive to my little sisters, but because, like I said, they didn't really grow up as fast as me and my sister did, because they didn't have to take care of kids. Like, they're still kids. Me and my sister Layla, we had to be older. We had to take care of her, basically, like, her and the kids. So yeah, so I guess we just grew up faster and had to deal with more stuff. Hi, Rubbies. So yeah, it just blows my mind though. And then what's crazy was I wanted to get custody of my sisters. I remember I would tell Bailey when he was there, like, I just want to get custody of my sisters. I want to move and stuff. And he was like, I don't know, like, and I applaud him for that too. Like, he really helped me through those times, because it wasn't for him being around. I would have probably, maybe the Lord wouldn't have been so kind and blessed me with a kind heart. I probably would have fought her eventually. Maybe. No, I still wouldn't have. I don't think I would have fought her. I think I just would have. I don't know what I would have did, but he pushed me to, like, be better for my sisters, I guess. Yeah. He said, "Oh no, I wasn't hip." Nobody was hip, Rubbies. Nobody was hip. But no, like I said, like, this has been going on for years, and this is what pissed me off the most, because I did not want to come to Maryland. For God knows, deep down in my heart, as God is my witness, and I kid you not, I did not want to come here. Like, I was so pissed off to come here because I did not want to deal with the Manisa. But I thought in my head, not deal with the Manisa, sorry. I didn't want to deal with Naima. I only came for Imani and Anissa, okay? And if it wasn't for the fact that when I saw my little sisters, right, when I did not like the idea of my little sisters being here, and I feel like, I don't know, I was just worried for them, because I know how she can get. When things don't go her way, she's abusive. Well, she's abusive either way. Like, it doesn't matter. She just needs help. But I really didn't want to come back to Maryland. I was like, I don't want to come here. I don't care. I tried to push it off. I was, me and my close friend, like a sister, Cree, we was living together. I was doing my thing out there. We was living life, and I loved it. I loved it. And then I saw my little sisters, and they told me that she was being abusive to them. That's why I came out here, because we were at the mall. I remember, because I cut off my family. I think I cut off my dad and my biological mother for a period, because I was pissed off for the simple fact that I'm like, how could he wasn't seeing what she was doing? You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, it's not his fault, because how would he been allowed to see how she acted if she kept moving us? Like, she took us away from our dad so many times, it's ridiculous. Like, and she does some grimy stuff. Like, when we were in Edmore, she would take our phone so we couldn't contact our dad and let him know what was going on. So I was like, it's not really his fault, for the simple fact that how would he have known if we couldn't even tell him what was going on? And we didn't say anything as much to him, because it was like, that's not gonna fix the situation. You know what I'm saying? We're stuck with her, so we might as well figure out ways to deal with it. He said, or was you really just running from coronavirus? No. Anyways, so I came out here for Imani and Nisa, and then they left, or they got taken, I guess, the better term, because they did get taken. We didn't even get to say goodbye to Imani and Nisa. Literally, like, the day that they left, this is how she lied to the police, and the police officer was so pissed off at her, like, I don't know how she thinks she's going to get away with this. I really don't understand how she's going to get away with this. Like, I'm trying to understand how she thinks she's going to outsmart everyone. Like, you've lied to the police on multiple occasions. Even my little sisters vouched for it. When the police came to the house, when she first was trying to hit on my dad, and they asked what happened, my little sister was like, she's lying. She was the one who did it. Like, and it's on the camera. Like, unless she says, oh, my little sisters can't testify, which that's fine, because we have multiple other witnesses that I'm pretty sure will be more than glad. You know what I'm saying? You done screwed everybody over. Everyone doesn't care to cover for your ass anymore, except for your BS family. Okay? And I'm not going to say all the family members, because they probably all don't know. I'm talking about Nicole, Margaret, Phyllis, them. They're the ones who are okay with what you're doing, because they know what you're doing. And this is like, at the end of the day, I know God's going to do what he's going to do in the situation. That's why I'm not, you know what I'm saying, worried about what she has going on. I'm more worried about my little sisters, I guess, because that's the only people I really care about. Like, I don't care about nothing she has going on. I don't want to hear it. As long as my little sisters are good, I could care less. But until then, we have to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't really have much to do, and we're not able to get my little sisters at the moment because she keeps doing these little BS stunts to make the process harder for us to get them. So that's where we're at right now. And actually, we were in an interview. I can't even remember the guy's name. That's sad. We were in an interview, talking about what was going on, and I think she saw the interview, but she tried to. I don't have a twin. My little sisters, Imani and Nisa. I think she saw the interview, and so she tried to get a protection order. And she's in Texas, by the way. So she tried to get a protection order, which is so stupid. Like, and it's crazy. I feel like if me and my sister would have did something earlier, you know what I'm saying, when she was abusive, and we would have, got paperwork. It's all about the freaking paperwork. If we would have got paperwork, and it's not like we don't have paperwork because their CPS was called multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's the CPS, there's the people who took us in. You know what I'm saying? There's church people, that was around. I'm not gonna count on family members because they're full of crap. With the church people, my little sisters know what's happened. Imani is old enough to say what happened. Anissa, it might not say something because she's more of an innocent mind. You know what I'm saying? But even the people in New Haven, my sister Nevaeh, they know what was up. They know what we were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Tony Hamilton, he knew. They somewhat knew. They knew how we were locked in the house all the time. Tina Marie, my sister Tina, they know. You know what I'm saying? They might not know the depth, but what they know aligns with what me and my sister will say happened. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that we weren't able to come outside for no apparent reason. We were always locked in the house. Just crazy stuff. Like, they know. Even the church people at Warren. You know what I'm saying? When we went to church at Warren and stuff, and we would miss school because she was abused. I remember this one time when my little sister, how old was Imani? Imani, I think, was maybe 2, 3. She was young, and Anissa was still a baby. And we, like I said, we watched them. We raised them. We was taking care of them because she was in nursing school. And back then, you know what I'm saying, we were in school, and it was kind of hard for us to balance trying to be parents and school. But, oh, hey, Rachel. What's up, Rachel? We still did it because, we didn't know anything any better. We didn't know that it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know that wasn't right because she was our mother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, kids' minds do things to block them out from the fact that there's something really going on. But we were at Warren, and I remember this one day, me and Layla were in the kitchen. I remember we were eating and everything. We were eating spaghetti, and Imani was sitting in her high chair. It was a green and yellow high chair. And I could tell you exactly the way the house, what was it? The house, I didn't know what it was set up, and everything. I could remember everything we were doing. And I remember Imani was crying because she wanted some ice cream, but it was late at night. It was like maybe 9, 10, and me and my sister Layla, we knew that if we gave her ice cream and knowing we had like hella homework to do, there was no way we would be able to get our homework done and be ready for school. Like, we were tired. We had to clean up the whole house and stuff, and clean up Naima Turner's room, because that was also part of our chores, cleaning up after her, organizing her drawers, organizing her closet and stuff like that. Like, just doing the most. Like, but Imani's sitting in the high chair screaming, and Anissa was asleep, and I remember we were like, we're not giving her ice cream. And then Naima Turner called us into her room because her room was right next to the kitchen. And we went in there. She's like, give her the freaking ice cream. And Layla was like I said, Layla was always the one to say something. Layla was like, no, we're not. Can't we? No, Layla said no. She said, can we not give her the ice cream because she's gonna be up all night. or whatever. And she was like, you heard what I said. So then we walked out the room. Layla turned to me. She was like, we're not giving her the ice cream. We don't care. We just gonna have to take her out the high chair and put her to sleep. So she's still screaming because she didn't get the ice cream. And then Naima Turner comes out of her room, goes in the freezer. She starts throwing stuff out the freezer. And then she takes this big bag of ice. And Layla's like, why are you trying to give her the ice cream? And she hit Layla in the face with it. With this big bag of ice. Like, it was like a fresh, big bag of ice. Hadn't been opened, nothing. But the ice cream was behind it. And I remember the first thing, I can't remember everything. The first thing she pulled out was a loaf of bread. It was a frozen loaf of bread because she would have us freeze bread so it wouldn't go bad. Because everyone knows you put bread on top of the refrigerator or on the counter, it goes bad faster than in the freezer. So she pulled out this honey something bread. She pulled the bread out first. Then she grabbed the ice, and Layla was like trying to argue with her. So she smacked Layla in the head with the ice. And like I said, when it comes to me and how Naima Turner was abusive to me, I didn't really do anything back. But when I saw her doing it to someone else, that was a different thing. So I pushed her and I was like, don't hit my sister. And that was like that's the first time I ever fought her. Like I didn't even try to fight her. I was just trying to push her away from Layla, to be honest. Like I wasn't trying to hit her or anything. I just pushed her. I was like, don't hit my sister. And I was screaming at her. And Layla was sitting laying on the floor crying. And so I pushed her and I just stood there because I didn't want to hit my mother. You know what I'm saying? So she grabs me by my clothes and put, how, black mothers do, but that's not funny. But she grabbed me by my clothes and it's funny because she'll always say, whenever Naima Turner has done something wrong, her favorite thing is I don't recall. Like she's at the freaking station and they're questioning her. Her favorite thing to say is I don't recall. Like, and it pisses me off so much. Whenever she says that, it's like, then she's lying because whenever she thinks she didn't do something, she'll say I didn't do it. But when she knows she did something, because she doesn't want to lie, I guess she'll say don't recall, and she still won't apologize. Like, I know me. If I do something wrong and I don't remember it, I'm gonna apologize because maybe I did do something. You know what I'm saying? No. So she grabbed me up or whatever, and this is one of the worst abusive things she did. The most vivid things I remember was this. When she grabbed me, and I remember it was around the time when in New Haven, we were living in New Haven, in the trailer park. They told us that there was a loose dog outside in the neighbor across the street said that one of their dogs had gotten loose and he was vicious. Like they said, he will try to bite you, be aware, just if you see him, let us know. And it was like, what was it? Oh my goodness, it was a bad dog. That's all I know. And she grabbed me and she pushed me outside, and I'm crying, trying to grab onto her, and she's pushing me out of the door. And then she told me I had to sleep outside. So she pushed me out the door, and if anyone who lives in New Haven, they know how those steps are. So I slid down the steps, I had scrapes, you know what I'm saying, because those steps were pokey and stuff. They weren't concrete, they were plastic, but the plastic was very rigid. So I slid down the steps, and came back up the steps, and she had locked the door, and I was crying, and I remember Layla was on the other side. She was like, let her in, please. And she was crying, and she wouldn't let me in. And she said, if you open that door, I'm gonna kick you out too, and you're not gonna be able to come back in. So Layla didn't open the door, or she did try. Layla did try to open the door, but she wasn't able to. And I remember I slept outside that day, and I remember that's the time we had. Was it the red van or the gray van? I think it was the gray van. I don't know, but I slept on top of the car because I knew the dog was out there and I didn't want to get bit because I was scared. And I remember I was gonna go to Nevaeh and the house, but I knew they weren't there because I think they were at the grandparents. They were gone. Otherwise I would have went to their house. But I slept in the car. And her favorite thing to say is, I don't recall about that situation. And just me knowing that she does stuff like that, there was no reason. How is it that you think you have the audacity to try to make somebody sleep outside when, you know what I'm saying, for taking care of your child that's screaming? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But she did. And that's just one of the things that she did. When we moved to Edmore, she used to threaten to kill me all the time. That's why, look, you guys can see to this day. Look, I have my door locked all the time for the simple fact of how she used to act. It's just a safety thing for me. She used to threaten to kill me, when I was in Edmore, she would tell me she hated me. She wished I was dead. She's gonna come in my room and kill me in the middle of the night. And I had a pink pink notebook. It's somewhere. I think it's in my car, and I can show you the pages are ripped out because I used to write down the date that she would say all this crazy stuff, so that if something ever happened, I recorded it. You know what I'm saying? And so Naima Turner. So my biological mother. So anyways, I wrote it. I would write it down. And I remember this one day she came in my room and she tore up everything in my room and she found my notebook and she ripped out all the pages out of my notebook. And I was so pissed off, like I had no evidence. I thought that was the only way I would have evidence was for the fact that I had that stupid notebook. It's like, but anything could have happened to that notebook. Like I didn't think to record it on my phone. Oh, because she always took our phones. When she would be mad and she didn't want us to call our dad, she would take our phones and be like, the only way you could talk to your dad is if you ask him for money. And so we would do it because we wanted to talk to our dad and we did not want to have our phones. But yeah, I recorded it and she sure as hell made sure she got rid of it. Like, and then she just did a lot of stuff that put us in bad predicaments. I know even Monty remembers how crazy she was. Remember when she went into Subway acting crazy with Layla? Like, she just crazy. Like just crazy. She is crazy. Okay? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. She's crazy. But, yeah, that's just one of the times that she did something like that. Like, she does so much stuff. Like, I can't even sit here and write down or really think about it. Like, stuff will come to my mind randomly. That's why I'm telling you random stories, because it's so much stuff that's happened. It's like, dang, I can't even think about how it first happened. Like, I really had to sit down and be like, okay, this happened first, then this happened, then this happened. Like, just crazy. Used to play it off. I know she used to play it off so nice, and that's the thing, and that's the problem too. And with the people in the church, they always was like it. I definitely wouldn't tell anyone in church for some fact that it was just people. Rubbies. You know how it is, but she acts so innocent, and I think that's the biggest thing. Like, she has this persona to everyone that she's just this innocent person, so it's hard to have people to be able to look at her like that, except for the people that used to be close to her that aren't anymore, like her friend Ruby. Ruby witnessed her acting crazy. We lived with Adrian and Ruby, which is my sister's boyfriend's family, his brother and their wife. We lived with them when we first left Edmore. We moved in with them, and yeah.
Answer the comments.
I see the comments. I see Rubbies. She got put me in it. What Rubbies? But yeah, she just did a lot of crazy stuff, I guess. And even this is the thing too. Even now, it was like when I wasn't here, when I was in Michigan, I was so happy because I was like, I'm too old to be dealing with her being abusive. Like, at this point, it getting ridiculous. And even when I came here, she was trying to be abusive. Like, she accused me and told that side of the family, right, wolves in sheep's clothing. Say it again. Amen, amen. She told everybody that I cut one of her stupid wigs. I was gonna say something real reckless. No, let me stop messing with her. She's blinded, but you know how them church people be, right? You know how them church people be, Rubbies. But I do applaud Miss Heslop. She knew I was going through it, and even though Ariel Henderson, even though she did me dirty and lied on my name, I love her for the fact that Ariel, she witnessed Naima Turner being abusive. Like, I stayed with Ariel Henderson and her family for a little bit, and I was like really sad and depressed back then. And Ariel like helped me. Like, I love Ariel to death, even though she did me dirty. Like, and I know she knows she did me dirty because I know she knows. But I love her dearly still, because if it wasn't for her, I would have been screwed then too. Hey Cree, love you too. But no, like, Naima Turner's been doing stuff. And like I said, even when I came here, because my dad was like, come out here, there's better job opportunities, all this stuff. And my niece were here. I came out here. Even then, she was doing crazy stuff here. Like, I would be with my dad all day, and she would call family and say, Destiny punched a hole in my tire. Like, do I even look like the type of person to put a hole in somebody's tire? No. Like, how many times have I been cheated on? If I was going to do something crazy, I would have did it then. Like, why would, and even with her being abusive, if I was going to do something to her, wouldn't you have thought I would have been did it when she was hitting on somebody? If I didn't do it then, why would I, out of the blue, do it now? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that don't even make no sense. But my family continued to believe her, and it's crazy because Phyllis, which is my grandmother, she came here, and when we told her what happened, me and Layla were like, we told you and you didn't do anything about it. Like, it is crazy because, like God says, we will be accountable for certain things even though we don't think that we're accountable for them. Like, we are our brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we told you, okay, and when she was here this past summer before Imanisa got taken, we told her, you know what I'm saying, you were wrong because you knew what was going on. And even then, my Aunt Nicole, she even knew that Naima was being abusive because she got into it with her when she lived with us in Flint and was like, you treat these kids like slaves, and was cussing her out and was going off. She knew. And then the fact that you can know that and still go back and be a part of her, how she's acting right now, it's crazy. Like, and then try to act like my dad's so wrong for being upset. Like, it's like God was telling you guys that she was doing something wrong, and for a second you guys wanted to do something right, and now that the tables have turned and you're going to have to retract everything you did, nobody wants to fix it. Like, you guys have gone so far deep into helping her with her BS that you don't even, it doesn't even look right for you to do what's right. It's harder for you to do what's right now because you guys have been a part of her BS for so long. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we lived everywhere. This lady moved us everywhere. We lived in Flint. We lived in California. We lived in Colorado for a bit. We were in freaking, we moved everywhere, bro. Everywhere. That's when people say, where are you from? I say I'm born in California, but I don't know. Michigan is not my home. I'm not going to consider Michigan my home. I was there for maybe 10, was it 10 years? 9 years? 9 or 10? No, it was less than that. I don't know. But yeah, the family on her side, like, God, I know God's going to have to deal with them. Like, I can at least walk away from this and be like, I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't do nothing to her. And know that, like, I feel so at peace with that. Like, God's going to deal with it the way he's going to deal with it. And that's another thing. That's why I'm not going to deal with that side of the family. Because I don't want to be around for when their judgment comes. You know what I'm saying? When whatever's supposed to happen to them is going to happen. And I don't want to be around them for that. For the simple fact that they know what they were doing. They knew they were wrong. And it's crazy how when they were cool with my father at certain points, I'm not trying to say the sticker for my dad, because my dad's not perfect either. But when this is for the simple fact of this situation, when they were cool with my dad, they would side with him and be like, yeah, Naima's wrong. And now it's like, how is it that back then she was wrong and now she's right? Like, you're being hypocrites about the whole situation. And like I said, it's because they have gone so far deep into her BS that it's so hard for them to come out of it. Like, if they really tried to change and admit what happened, they will be accountable for so much stuff that happened to us. Like, so much. Because they allowed her to do this. They could have been called CPS on her. They knew what she was doing. They knew, because we told them. Even if they weren't there, we said something about it to them. They knew. And all their excuse for that was, oh, she's your mother. Okay, so she's our mother, so she's allowed to be abusive. Is that what you guys are trying to tell us? And then they would like to use, well, when we were younger, our mother, I don't care about when you guys were younger. You know why? Because when you were younger, you guys weren't taking care of a freaking newborn and a freaking toddler, okay? Because I don't want to hear it. And it doesn't matter. That doesn't make it right. If you're telling me that when you were younger, your mother was abusive to you, so because we're younger and she's being abusive to us is okay, that's not okay. It was wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter what age, what era, what time, how old you are. Being treated like crap is never okay. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if that's your parent. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be the president himself. It could be, I don't care who it is. Wrong is wrong. And that's how God sees it. Wrong is wrong. We're all his children. You think he cares about the fact that that lady is 70 years old and you're freaking 20 years old, so their reason for what they're doing is better than how you're supposed to be treated? You think God cares about that? While you sit here talking about some respect your elders, okay, that respecting your elders and allowing your elders to walk all over you is two different things. And if you think that God's gonna sit here and agree with what you're saying, you've lost it. Like, there's no way. There's no way. People are people. God never said, because that's your parent. Your parents were here or your parents are supposed to be here to guide you. Okay. If you for a second a parent has ever told you that they possess you, they own you, you're my child, you're gonna do what I say. Yes, you're supposed to respect your parents and you're supposed to adhere to their rules because they're trying to guide you. But if they ever stray and they ever are doing things to harm you consistently, you know what I'm saying? Because people are not perfect. Remember that. I'm not telling you don't respect your parents, don't listen to them. But there's a difference between respect and being walked all over on. And I feel like a lot of kids and a lot of, people don't see that fine line. And that's the thing. My dad told me, he doesn't matter who it is, I will not be disrespected by no one. Nobody. Doesn't matter if my father even disrespected, I'm going to let him know. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the cycle breaks. You can't let nobody disrespect you. You can't keep allowing people to hurt you because they're of a higher... I don't even know how to say that. Because they feel like they're better than you, I guess. Because that's the thing with most parents. They feel like they're better than their children. They feel like their children don't know anything. But then God said a little child shall lead them. It's just crazy, bro. Like, the way that parents... I feel like parents just... It's not even parents, it's adults. Because you don't have to be a parent to treat someone younger than you like crap. Like, you don't. It's just, I feel like a lot of the time adults, they forget their purpose for their child. They think that that's theirs, when there's really, that's God. God gave you this child to be able to nurture them into something powerful. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of parents take advantage of that and take God out of the picture and say, well, this is mine, I'm going to do what I want. And that's why kids end up being treated that way. Because they forget that's not your kid. God gave you that kid. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even have a kid. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be here. For you to be trying to treat somebody like that. Like, who are you to think that you have more power than him in someone's life? That's crazy. It's so crazy. It is crazy. Like, I'm shook. And that when I realized that, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and just let her keep doing the stuff that she does. Like, and it's crazy because when she was here, she tried to kick me out because I called her out. And that's the thing. When you call out the bad and the evil in someone, the devil hates being called out. The devil hates being called out. Like, he's so sneaky. And he hates when someone can see the real. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know what's going on. And they're gullible. You know what I'm saying? But when you call the devil or the devil's working someone, they hate it. So when I called her out, she tried to kick me out of the house that my dad told me to come to. That she tried to she made me come here. I kid you not. She came and asked Cree. She came to Grand Rapids and told me that I need to come here right now. They're going to take the keys to my car if I didn't come out to Maryland. She made me come out here and they're going to try to tell me to leave because I called her out for being abusive. It's crazy. And I'm not even going to go into the little stuff she did, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's not... maybe I should write a book. Look, if I write this book, who gonna go buy it? But no, it's not even that. It's the fact that, like, it's just... The little stuff that she's doing now, the manipulative spirit that she has, and the lying, bro. When I tell you she's a liar, bro. Lie like no one else. Like... Countless times I remember for Christmas our family members would send us money, okay? She told us this one year, we have a grandmother from Vegas, or a family member from Vegas, who used to send me and my sister money every year. She told me and my sister, oh, she stopped sending you guys money, she only sent it to your little sisters. So I remember seeing getting a message or a call from her. She's like, did you guys get the money that we sent? And I'm like, what are you talking about? We never got no money. You know what I'm saying? We never got no money from you. She said we didn't get anything. She said, I sent you guys money too. She took our money. And this is not even the beginning. I used to do hair. I used to make so much money in Michigan doing hair when I used to live in New Haven. I used to charge people $250 per style because I'm really good at doing hair. And I remember she broke her computer because she left her computer on the floor. Okay, irresponsible. And Imani ran across it and broke the screen. So she knew I had money, and she came to me like, I just realized like she worked me like a freaking warehouse worker. Before this is why I'm so good at Amazon. No, just kidding. But no, she worked me so bad. Like I would make my money from doing hair, and she would take it all. Like she would say, "Oh, we don't have enough money for this. The lights are gonna get cut off, Destiny. If you don't help us, you don't care about your family." That's the manipulative spirit. You don't care about your family. You have all this money, and then she would make it where I couldn't go anywhere, so I couldn't use it. So then it's like I might as well give it to her, and I would be making so much money from doing people's hair. I would do people's hair all the time. And people from the church at Warren, I used to braid their hair. They paid me $250, $150. I never made less than $100 and something doing someone's hair. And she took all of that money. Like I'm thinking about it, like I would have had a lot of money back then. I had a lot of money. I just never saw it. But she took the money and used it for what she wanted to use it for, and would guilt me into saying she doesn't have money for food. And my dad would send her money. Countless times she told us my dad didn't send her money. He didn't love us. And then, like, as me and my sister, me and Layla got older, Layla started knowing this and stuff. Layla was like, Destiny, it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dad is sending her money, and we start realizing stuff. And for the longest time, Layla hated my dad because she thought he didn't care about us and he didn't love us. And then as Layla figured out, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is some BS. Naima Turner is on some BS. When she started figuring it out, you know what I'm saying? She realized, like, dang. All them years of us not really talking to our father. And back then, I didn't hate my father. I just didn't talk to him because we didn't have no way to. She cut off our communication ways. Like she did when she took my little sisters. She got a restraining order. I bought Iman and Nisa. You guys can look back on Facebook on the YouTube video when I first bought them phones because she likes to cut off communication between my father and with us when she has an attitude. So I got them a phone. I'm like, if she ever takes your phone, that's stealing, and I'm going to call the police on her because those are my phones. I pay for them. They are in my name, so she cannot take them. If she ever has them in her property and takes them from you guys, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a discipline thing with the Imani and Anissa because most of the time I watched the Imani and Anissa. She never watched them. She never bought groceries, hardly bought groceries when she was in this house. So if anything happened, oh yeah, lie about them shorts. Right, Monty, right. So if anything happened, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, the school calls me. The school's going to call me to come pick Imani and Nisa up because I'm the one taking care of them. They're going to call me or my dad. They're not going to call Naima Turner. She made it so that they wouldn't call us because, call her because she works at the hospital. So, you know what I'm saying, any punishment that would happen with Imani and Nisa will be me and my dad. It wasn't Naima Turner because she was barely doing anything with them. When she was up, she wasn't doing anything with the kids hardly ever. So I was always watching them. So there was no discipline. Oh, I'm going to take the phones from them. No, you're not going to take the phones from them because they're not your phones and you really don't discipline the children. And that's another thing. Like another thing me and my sister came to realize. You're not their... She left me with the kids in Grand Rapids. When she came out here to move, she left me. I stayed at Ariel's house, which is Sam's sister. My sister's boyfriend's family. I stayed at her house and she left the kids there with me, and I found a way to get them back and forth to school for at least a month and a half. They were with me, and everything. Like I've been taking care of my sisters for forever. So the whole trying to be a parent and trying to discipline them is out of the window. This is out of the window at this point. You can't want to be a parent when you feel like you're either going to be there for them or you're not going to be there for them. So this whole thing with her taking them to Texas is like, I know my little sister just called me 2 weeks ago and told me that they had no food. She said that Naima Turner dropped her off at their friend's house and their friend's parents were gone and they don't got no food. They're calling me to call my dad to say if they can order some pizza. And it's crazy because that's exactly what me and Layla used to do. When me and Layla were at Edmore, we had no way to contact anyone because we were so isolated from all our family. So we called my dad, we don't have any food, we don't have any money. Can you please let us use your card to order food? Because we didn't have anything. And that's the same thing she's doing now, so it's not like she's changed. Like, if I can see, people make mistakes, maybe she was going through something, traumas from her life, okay, but you see how the stuff that she did to me, you don't see me treating people like crap. That's never an excuse. I don't care. It's never going to be an excuse to treat someone else like crap because someone did something to you. So for everyone else who with that stupid vengeance crap, oh, somebody did this to me and I'm gonna treat somebody like that, that's some BS. I don't want to hear it. That's some BS. That's a personal problem. That's not about nobody else but you. Because there's a lot of stuff that people done did to people out here, and people are not hurting other people for it. It's some BS. I don't care. And like I said, she's doing the same thing with them. The fact that they call us and tell us, oh, they don't have no food, can we order pizza for them and stuff like that, it's her. And she uses their phone to try to text us like we don't know the difference between my niece texting me and her texting me. I know the difference. Same thing with my dad. He knew the difference when it was her using our phone to text him based than us texting him. He knew the difference. But look, her time is running short. Quarantine, you know what I'm saying? This little quarantine thing. She can't really do nothing now. But God knows her time is up. It really is. And like I said, to all the family members on that side, don't try to contact me. I'm tired of you guys texting me. I don't have nothing to say to you guys. Like I said, I don't have any hate in my heart. Do you, but don't think I'm including you in my life. That's just where we're at. So it'd be better if you didn't try to say anything. I don't care about anything that you have going on in your life. I don't care what's going on with you. I don't. That is between you and God. You and God alone. I will not be a part of anything you have going on, whether it be good or bad. You could have won the lottery. I don't care. Don't call me and tell me that, because I don't care. But yeah, there's just an update on in the current situation right now. She sent another protection order in Texas, and you know what's crazy? She emailed my dad. There's proof. I wish I could post it on here. I'm not that petty, but she sent emails to him. You don't want to be there for your kids. Why won't you come out here and visit them? And me knowing how sneaky she is, I told my dad, as much as he wants to see my Anissa, I lived with her. I know her telling you, oh, your kids don't or miss you. You don't love your kids. She's only using that. She wants you to come out there so that she can say that you try to attack her and you're gonna get arrested. Don't do it. As much as I know he wants to go and see my little sisters, as much as I want to see my little sisters, as much as they beg me, Destiny, please come out, because I know she's telling them lies, like they don't love you, they don't want to see you. As much as she's saying all that BS, I know that God's gonna let it come out the way it's supposed to, and I'm not about to interfere and do what I want to do. As hard as it is, not being able to see them, I know how she is, and I know how the devil is working with her right now to try to start and do some crazy stuff. I know if we go out there today, she will try to say that we came to harass her or hurt her. You know what I'm saying? She would definitely do that and say we were trying to harass her and get us arrested. She just sent another protection order, and it's funny because my sister Layla swore up and down she wants us to go to Zamora's anointing, I think, or something, at church. And she begged my dad to come and said Naima Turner will be there. And I said, we're not going to be there. And she swore up and down, oh, Destiny, she's not going to have the protection order up anymore. She ended it. Well, she shouldn't have a protection order in the first place because nobody did nothing to her. She's the one who's abusing people. How ironic is that? But she swore up and down, oh, the protection order is going to be down. And now we just got another protection order in the mail. So the hell with that. We're not going. I refuse to be anywhere near her. And if she comes here, I'm going to get a protection order against her. Because I don't trust her. I do not trust her. Like, she's so sneaky. Like, she's so sneaky. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, that's where we're at right now with my sisters. They're currently still not here. And I told my dad, I said, and it's crazy because my dad really never told my sisters, he never wanted to tell them what was going on. Like, Naima Turner would take them in the room before multiple days for weeks before she left and would tell them stuff and lie. And my dad would never tell them the truth about anything. And I'm like, why aren't you going to say anything? And I'm like, you know what? He's trying to protect their innocence. But now it's like, at this point, you can't protect their innocence because I remember me and Layla. If my dad would have told us what was really going on, we wouldn't have been so upset with him at the moment because we would have understood. So I told him, I said, as much as you don't want to tell them what's going on and stuff, you need to tell them because you cannot let her, Naima Turner's lying and stuff, eat away at them. That's going to turn them, that's going to harden their hearts. That's going to make them hate. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to be hateful. In order for someone to have a choice to choose to be, you know what I'm saying? They need to have a choice to choose how they want to go about the situation. They don't need to choose between their mother and their father, but they need to choose how they want to deal with the situation. Because if all they hear is negativity about someone, of course you're gonna be manipulated into hating them. If I never met my sister Layla and all I heard was horrible things about her, as much as I can say, oh, I'm not gonna believe it, if that's all I hear, it takes a part of you, becomes a part of you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if someone's watching violence all the time, never watch a happy movie in their life, all they watch is violence, it's going to become a part of them. They're not even going to realize it. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing her and how she talks bad about people, like she talks bad about everyone. She talks about her family, her friends, her kids, everyone. Me knowing how she is like, I know my sisters need to hear the good as well, other than just the negativity, because they're still gullible. You know what I'm saying? They're still young. And they're not as, matured as me and my sister were at that age to understand what was really going on. Because we had to grow up faster, it made us have to be more, we had to think about the situation. We had to realize normal kids are not taking care of their siblings at 9 and 10 years old. Normal kids are not, you know what I'm saying? It took a while for us to realize that, but because we had to grow up, we ended up realizing it. And my nieces are not like that. They're more innocent in the situation. So because I know they're not going to say anything, I'm going to say something. Hence the live. Hence the live. Thank you for listening. No, I'm about to end this live though, because I do have homework to do. I am in school. Okay? I'm trying to get my degree and stuff. Trying to have a stable job and stuff. But no, yeah, I just have to let you guys know an update on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a free country and I can say what I want to say. And I'm on quarantine, so I might as well say what I want to say anyway. Guys, I thought I was done, but no, I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to be that petty, though. I'm going to have the paper, so you guys are going to know it's legit, but you're not going to see the paper. So, also, we're coming to some breaking news, America. She has filed a police report because what is his name? Marcel, I didn't know. Okay. We did an interview with Marcel about, what was going on. And so she filed a police report. It says 3/20/2020. She filed a police report on the interview. So if my video gets reported, no. If it ever gets taken down, it's not because I took it down. It's because it probably was reported, and probably either her or somebody on that side of the family, most likely, is going to report my stuff. Okay? If she went through such lengths to get what is this again? What is this? An extension for her, what is this?
Fictitious, protection order.
For a protection order. She got an extension for a protection order because me and my dad did an interview on what she did. So if my video gets taken down, like I said, the reason why it's getting taken down is because she probably reported it. I'm not deleting the video. I'm not planning on deleting the video. That video is going to stay up so that everybody can know what's going on. And kids out there who have abusive parents and stuff can know that's something, there's possibility for change. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she did apply for a restriction on her, extension on her, freaking, why can't I ever say this right? Her, what's it called, order? I'm talking about Naima Turner. But yeah, guys, she did extend it, and I know we had the interview on when? The 18th? Yep, they said violated the protection order. So she did get a protection order extended, okay? The paper is right here. I'm not going to show it to you for legal reasons. But the paper is right here, okay? I'm not lying. This is the paper. I'm reading it. It's not false statements right here. I'm not going to lie about anything about the situation. That she does still have the girls. She does. But yeah. So far, I wonder what would happen if I try to get custody of the kids. Because me and Lila do have a record of the CPS involved, too. But yeah, she does have, she tried to get the protection order extension. She did, actually. But yeah, so if my video, like I said, if my video gets taken down, no, it's because she probably reported it because she's salty. She's salty and shook. She's sicker dicker. She is. It's okay. Life will go on. With or without her. She got a protection order on your dad. Yeah, she got a protection order on him when she went to Texas. How is that supposed to work out? Why would you need a protection order on someone if you're in Texas? Which really, if you're getting a protection order, you're supposed to do it in the state that it happened in. But, you know, she found a way to work around it, you know what I'm saying? And I know she is weird. I know. She's very weird. But yeah, this is that. This is where we're at. And she's probably going to try to say that,
She could stop the custody battle, which her motion was denied.
She tried, and then she tried to stop the custody battle. These papers here, I'm not going to show them, you know, for legal reasons.
She will be going to court.
They will be going to court despite all her efforts. Look, the devil never wins. They still are going to go to court, so just, you know, I wish for the best in that and hope that everything comes out. Did you hear her, Tara? She said so, a protection order because she can't be with one man. I'm crying. No, you did not. Shut up. Gosh, I'm crying. That's not right. Probably. No, it always has to do with the man. Like, I feel like if it wasn't, if she was happy, I feel like this wouldn't be happening. It's because she's obviously not happy in her own life. And that's going to make someone try to make everyone else's life miserable. Everyone knows this. When someone's not happy with their own life, all they try to do is make everyone else feel their misery and be unhappy as well.
That's when it stopped when I told her I want to be with her. She wanted me to stop messing with she.
I know. I remember. And that's when she started being abusive. I remember. But it's okay. It is okay. That's not. She said she always chasing the D. I'm crying. I don't care. She said that you was okay. I'm crying. But no, for real, it's like all things will come to the light. And I'm not really worried, you know, about the outcome, whether it goes in our favor or not. Either way, she will be held accountable for everything that she's done. And it's crazy because it's like, how can you sit there and think, you know, really believe that you're going to get away with this? It doesn't make sense. You have to have some okay, out of character. Something has to be wrong. Like, there's no way. Like, you don't feel no guilt. You don't feel no. And it's crazy because before she left, she told my dad, I'm gonna do something to hurt you. So she planned this, premeditated, y'all, premeditated. She told my father that she was going to do something that was gonna hurt him. Like, she knew.
And she told Tamika in June that she only filed a protection order so she don't have to pay for attorney.
Broke. How you gonna be broke and try to take the kids? It don't make no sense. And then it's crazy because she's constantly talking about send money for the kids. You cannot be trusted. It doesn't matter. It's like the well-being of the kids is not your best interest at heart. If I ever,
don't even send it. Send it later.
I know, and it's funny because my little sister told us, they're like, don't send her no money. Send it to Layla so Layla can give it to us, because they know that she's not going to give it to them as well. It's like, it's only so far that you can go with acting out like this. There's not much. There's no other outcome. There's no better outcome. I don't know what she's trying to accomplish here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her end goal is. If she thinks, I don't understand. I'm really having a hard time trying to comprehend what she thinks is gonna happen. Because if she thinks life is gonna go on and no one's gonna care about what she's doing and about what she's doing with the kids, because we don't care about what she's doing, and that's the problem and why she took the kids in the first place, because she knew we didn't care about anything she was gonna do. My father said she said I hate it here. She wanted to leave, and we were like, okay. You know, go live your life. The kids will be here. They'll be taken care of. You go live your life. And because she wanted to be seen as a victim so bad, she knew the only way to make someone still notice her was if she had the kids. Because if she would have just left, she know that nobody would have cared about anything she was got going on. Say she left and she went to go do whatever she wanted to do and she ran out of money and she needed help, nobody was going to care to help her. But if she has the kids, no one's going to say we're not going to help the kids. You know, who's going to say that? Who's going to say we're not going to make sure the kids are okay? You know, no one wants that on the conscience to know that they didn't, you know, there's kids, you know, your family's struggling, you're not helping them. So that's really where this unfolds. She knows that Imani, and that's not going to last for long either, because the Imanis are going to grow up. And when they grow up, even if we don't win the case and she keeps the kids, they're gonna grow up. Imani's 13. Imani has 5 years. When Imani gets 18 years old, probably before then, Imani is not gonna. They're gonna be able to see everything that we see. Imani already sees more than me and Layla saw when we were at her age. So it's like, I don't know how long you think this is gonna go on for. I don't know. Maybe she thinks she's gonna hold out till Jesus comes back. And even then, that's even worse, because that means you're gonna keep doing all this crap, and you're never gonna repent. Nothing. That's crazy. That's wild. I don't understand. Doing great. Hopefully by what is it? Hopefully before Christmas, the kids will be back. Can only hope for the best. And awareness is the biggest weapon. Being aware. Because what you don't know, you can't make a choice on. And that's the thing too. Well, me and my sister Layla, what we didn't know when we were younger, we didn't even have the idea of going against it because we didn't know anything else. See, even look at Carrie. Remember, she said she didn't care when she left the girls for you to take care of when she left Michigan. Exactly, she left the kids here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is not. There's too many people with this situation that have seen, what I'm saying? Like with me and Layla, like I said, with me and Layla, she was more abusive and crazy because it was easier for her to keep us hidden. You know what I'm saying? But now that me and Layla are older, it's like we can say something about it. So she needs more. She needs more people to be on her side because now she has someone who was there that can speak on it. When me and Layla were younger, nobody else could speak for us. There was no one who knew anything that was going on, or that cared to say anything about it. So I guess her biggest enemy would be me and Layla if Layla says something about it, or if I say something about it, because we were there. You know what I'm saying? We have the whole storyline. Everybody has pieces of what happened. They weren't there for the whole thing. We were there for it from the beginning to the end. My Anissa wasn't there from the beginning to the end either because they weren't even born yet. Or they were too little when most of the stuff was happening, so they can't say anything about it except for what's happening to them. And she's not it's not as bad as she was with them as she was with us. So, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a slap on the wrist for their situation. Like they're not getting as much BS from her as we did. So the only people who can say something would be us.